require modules to share its data between one another. Okay, so data sharing will involve fundamental of coupling. So coupling. Okay, when we pass the data using parameter. Okay, hopefully everyone still remember what is a parameter. Okay, so when we transfer data between modules, uh, so it requires a parameter. So the parameter concept is actually falls under the coupling technique lah, coupling. Okay, coupling punya fundamental. Okay, so we finished the important part of cohesion and coupling, okay, which mainly about uh, designing, okay, designing algorithms and flowcharts that requires you to use modules, and so that's the key point of this chapter. So today we are going to continue. Okay, so parameter we already completed. Today we are going to continue with coupling diagram, and also one more important thing that is not uh, stated here, which is the data dictionary. So actually coupling diagram also comes with data dictionary. So there's one more thing over here, missing over here, which is data dictionary. Data dictionary. So all these things will be required for you to understand, and at the end of the semester nanti, during the final exam, you'll be asked to develop this coupling diagram, data dictionary. Ada Alright. So before we proceed, okay, let us refresh a little bit. But this time, I want you to convert. Okay, which one? Alright, this IPO over here. Not this one. Sorry. Okay, this one. So this is the thing that I asked you to do last weekend. The decision IPO involving decision logic structure. But I asked you to develop a flowchart and also algorithm from this. But for the IPO, I already edit this IPO to include decision element over here. So decision element, and in the module reference column, so I just put question mark over here. So where should we put this statement? Is it inside of read, calculate, print, or payment control? So same as this one. This actually over here. Watch it. So this is for counter equal to counter one. This question mark is for n1, and payment control is n. Alright, so in 5 minutes, I would like you to develop the algorithm for this specific IPO. Can you do that in 5 minutes? Okay, later on, after everyone finish, so I will ask one of you to share your answer. Share your answer to your screen so that everyone share your screen so that everyone can see your answer. Boleh? Boleh guys? Okay. 5 minutes. So develop algorithm from this IPO. Okay. Anybody want to share the answer? Any volunteer? Ada tak? Dia saya panggil lah Sharish Devan. Sharish.
Yes sir. Ada.
Okay. Okay, can you share your answer, Sharish? Okay. Where is it?
Nampak ke tu?
This one? Yeah, nampak. But this is non-module algorithm.
Oh
The
sir.
module one? Apa dia?
Oh sir tanya dengan modul.
Of course lah, module kan. Currently we are discussing on the module kan. Tak balik ke module mana? Belum?
Oh belum lagi.
Tak apa. Anybody completed the modules algorithm? Aisyah Kumaira.
Yes sir. Okay. Saya share sekejap.
Okay. Right. This one is without looping kan? Loopingnya mana? Where's the looping?
Saya tinggal.
Tinggal. This is a last week punya answer. Okay, last week punya answer, I think everyone got it correct kan? Belum looping ni, tak ada lagi?
Tak ada.
Anybody? Muhammad Nazmirul. Share sini. Nazmirul. Okay Nazmirul, can you share your answer to the screen? Can you share your screen?
Yes, wait. Can you see my screen?
Zoom sikit.
Okay. No?
Okay.
So, this is my answer.
Alright. Everyone else can see this one? Boleh nampak
Boleh.
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 So we have looping inside which module?
In the main module, the payment control.
Alright. So this one is correct. Okay, as you can see over there, so we have the looping. Okay, the initialization of the counter. Okay, counter equal to 0. And then while, and then process. That one is supposed to be, if properly written, it should be process. Process read. Okay, then process calculate. Then
Yeah.
process print. And then counter update. Counter equal to counter plus 1 and while. And then N for control. Right, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, the rest of you, can you understand this one? Can you understand this? Any question?
Yes.
Yes, we can understand.
Yeah, alright. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Nazamirul.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the answer over here is supposed to be payment control, So counter initialization we put inside of payment control. Okay. And also the looping is between the payment control. Right, so this is inside of module read, this is module read, this is module calculate, calculate, this is in module print. So this one, since we put it in control, it's supposed to be in payment control. Right, this is also inside of payment control. Okay. Right. So in the end, nanti the rest is similar. Okay, this is from your friend answer. The flowchart. Okay. Siapa saya tengok siapa punya ni. So for flowchart similar things. So we are going to add the looping over here. So just include the looping over here. And if we follow the same algorithm as apa tadi Nazamirul, so we put looping lah sini. So while apa tadi dia? So the while part over here. So enter the looping. So at the end of the loop, don't forget to put the apa tadi? At the end of the loop, we have ni kan? Betul, kelas? So at the end of the loop, we have the update over here. Okay, before we loop again, loop again lah. Apa tadi? Okay. Atas ni kan. And before that, don't forget we have one more statement before looping. So we have counter initialization kan on top of it before entering the looping kan. Right. So if it is false, if the decision of the loop is false, then we end. Okay. So as you can see over here, the rest of the module is still the same. The one that we modify is only on the control. So this is the benefit of using modules. Okay, if you want to make a change to one of the process, you don't have to necessarily change the whole program. Okay, you just focus on one module. For example, we want to include looping in payment control, so we just modify payment control process. Okay, payment control design without having to touch the rest of the module, kan? The rest of the module remain the same. Boleh kelas? Boleh, faham?
Faham.
Boleh? Okay, good. Okay, what if, let's say, we change this a bit, little bit, okay? We take out print ni, okay. Instead of we put it inside of the looping, kan? Okay, instead putting it inside of the looping, ini, let's say I delete this one, kan? Delete this, and I put it outside of the loop. Okay, let's say N1. So it will only print it one time, kan? Put it over here. Macam mana kelas? So we have print over here. Okay. Yeah, and before N, kan? We have print. Okay, then N. So how's the flowchart is going to be looks like? Mana? We have print over here, outside of the loop. So what should I change over here?
Print process before the end.
Print
Process.
one, print
At the end. Betul.
at the end. Is it inside or outside the looping?
Outside.
Okay. So this is outside the loop, kan? Okay. So module, so this is outside the loop. So outside the loop, okay, looping is inside of payment control. So outside of the loop is over here. This is inside loop, and this is outside loop. So it's supposed to be here, kan? So just move this to here. Okay. The rest is the same. Okay, boleh kelas. So similar with the algorithm lah. Right? Boleh? Faham tak ni?
Boleh, faham.
Boleh sir.
Okay, another thing is, okay, let's say we have print. So I enable this. So instead of print pay, okay, let's say the same thing, print pay. Same thing. So we print it twice. This is just an example, kan? We print it twice. First, inside of the looping, and then outside of the looping. So we have print over here and print over here, but the thing that we print is the same thing, print pay, print pay. All right, so this is correct. Okay, this is correct. But how the flowchart is going to look like, class?
Ada dua proses print.
To print.
Ah,
Yes, correct. Very good. So you understand. So it's supposed to have to print. Ni ada yang confused pula kan. Ni macam ni lah. Flow dia. The flow is like this kan. So this one. Alah. Macam tu lah. Okay. Okay. There will be two lah. One inside of the loop. Okay, before counter update. And before counter update. The second one is outside of the loop. Okay, after the end of the loop, we have one more over here. You understand, class?
Yes.
Huh? So you can call one module not only once, okay, within a program, you can call it many times, okay? For example, if you want to call read inside of calculate, pun boleh kan? So let's say kan, example kan, for whatever reason kan, you want to call calculate, for example, within read module. Yes, you can. Over here kan. Boleh. No problem kan. Not necessarily you have to call module from control only. Okay. In this case, read also can call other module. Boleh kan? Tak ada masalah. Okay. And then instead of control, you call again module. For example kan? For example. So you can do that. Alright. Okay, boleh eh? Okay, again, I change this. I want to change this to, let's say, we have what else? Print pay. Okay, this one print pay. This one I want to print rate. Okay, look this one. This one print pay. I put it in module print. Okay, this one print rate. Can I put it inside of module print? Yes or no? Can I do that?
Maybe.
The answer is no. Why no? If you see the pattern kan, the original pattern kan, without this one lah. This one is new kan. So let's say there's no print rate. Okay, originally there's no print rate. If you see the pattern, okay, if you want to include one process, okay, a set of process within one module, it should be in sequence. What is the meaning of in sequence? For example, after enter hours, you must enter rate. Then you can put this together inside of the same module. Okay. So another example. This one, after you do the decision, and then you do the calculation. So you can put these two within the same module. Okay. So this one is in sequence. So you can put all together in one module. Okay? Boleh? Faham? But let's say if there's another calculation over here. After you print, okay. Okay, after we print over here, okay, and then we have another print over here. Is it in sequence, class?
No.
In between print pay and print rate, there is other process, okay, within other module. Okay, so if you want to put it together, you cannot, kan? Because let's say if you put print pay, kan, and then another one is print rate, betul? So let's say you put print pay over here, and then print rate. Okay, let's look at this one, Okay, print pay and print rate. Okay, this one print pay. Okay, this one. Okay, let's say this one remain like this, kan? So there's two print, kan? So print pay supposed to print what, class? Only print pay, right? Print rate supposed to only print rate, kan? Betul? It will only print one item, right? One variable, which is rate, not pay, right? So print rate will only print rate. Print pay only print pay. Understand, So print pay happen inside of the loop. Print rate happen outside of the loop. Betul? Is it correct? So if you want to group this together, okay, you see what happened? If you group this together, it will be put in one module. Okay, if you put like this, meaning that it is one module. So one module should be, the process should be sequenced. So is this sequence? It is sequence with the original process. Okay, so let's look at this, So first, in payment control, okay, we enter counter equal to 0. So this one counter equal to 0. And then we enter the decision for the loop. Okay, we enter the decision of the loop. And then we do we call the read end. We do this too by calling module read. So module read calling this to print, this to read. Okay, enter hours, enter rate. So it still follow the flow, and then after that we have decision and calculation. Okay, so after exiting the read process, it goes back to the control and it will call module calculate. So module calculate will do the decision and also calculation. So still following the flow, the original flow. Okay, the original flow. And then after finishing the calculation, it will print pay. It will print pay only. So after finish with the decision, okay, inside of module calculate, it will exit, will go back to control, and it will call module print. Call module print, what happened is it print two variable. Okay, the original design, it only print how many variable?
One.
Only one. So in terms of the flow, this one doesn't follow the original flow. Okay, the original flow of the design, although it is a module, it should follow the non-module flow. Okay, so you cannot do like this. So if the process is not in sequence, example this one kan, not in sequence, so you cannot put it in one module together. That's the key point over here kan. You want to put a process, okay, a set of process together within one module, it should be in sequence. Okay, the flow should be in sequence. Yeah. So this is not in sequence. Okay, not in sequence. So you cannot put it in one module. So what you can do is you can choose one. Okay, for example, originally we have only pay, so leave it like that. So where should I put print rate? It shouldn't be in module print. Okay, it shouldn't be here. So this is wrong. So delete this one. So what is a suitable module for print rate?
Payment control.
Alright, correct. So you can either put it in control. Okay, so how you want to put it in control? So, say we put it in control. Okay, payment control. So where should we put it in our flowchart? Print rate. Inside or outside the looping?
Outside.
Outside lah kan. So same thing over here. So you cannot put this over here. So it's supposed to be print rate kan. So this is first choice that you can do. Okay, you put it like this. Okay, this is correct. So same things, same flow as the original design. Okay, without module. Or if you still want to use module, you can create second print module. Okay, you can create another module that is only for print. If you insist, to use another module, so you can, or if the question asks you kan, so you can write down maybe specific kan, print what, print rate kan, module to only print rate. Okay, print rate. So this one is inside of new module, which is module print rate. Ini lah. What should I put over here?
Print rate module.
Print rate lah. Okay. Kan? Boleh guys? Pening ke?
Boleh.
Boleh So we have print pula ni. Ni print je lah kan? Print pula ni. Copy ni kan? Copy ni. This one print. This. So this one print rate. Okay. This one print rate. So print will call print pay. Okay, after exiting the looping, it will call print rate. Okay. Okay. Any question? So same goes to the algorithm. Algorithm just follow the flowchart. Right. Any question? Alright, so for our lecture today, I want you to submit the algorithm for this IPO. Okay, whereby we have two modules. Two module print. One is to print page, another one is to print rate. Over here, bukan okay, rate. This one to print rate, this one to print pay. Okay, submit to lecture section. Okay, lecture section for week 9. So this one for your attendance. And by the way, I just released 25% of your coursework marks. So based on that, you have to make your decision whether you can carry on this subject for this semester or you need to withdraw it. For me, if you got more than half or maybe half, then it's okay. And if you got 10% from the 25% release mark, then you have to rethink about your situation. Maybe you have to withdraw, or let's say if you still want to continue, make sure you triple up your effort. Okay, because things is not gonna be easier, so that's all I need to say. So please make your decision based on the results. Alright, so don't forget to submit. Again, who doesn't submit, you need 80% attendance to attend the final exam. So if you got less than that, probably you will not be allowed to sit in the final exam. Okay, 80% attendance. So attendance is based on submission. Okay, that for lecture submission. So let's continue. Okay, let's continue with mana tadi? With the coupling diagram. So this one is easy if you already understand the concept of module. Okay, how to write down algorithm and flowchart that is using module. If you already understand that, coupling diagram is very easy. Okay, so coupling diagram. What is coupling diagram? So coupling diagram shows which variable are passed from module to another. So if you still remember, the variable that we use to passing any value from one module to another, we call it a apa? Variable that is used to pass data between module. We call it
Parameter.
parameter, correct. So coupling diagram is actually the expansion version of interactivity chart. Activity chart ni yang everyone got it correct. I think yeah, everyone got it full mark for your midterm test for interactivity chart kan. The basic one is we have control and then we have read, calculate and print. This is the basic the basic of interactivity chart. So coupling diagram is the extension of the interactivity chart. Okay, for example, okay, so let's straight away look at the example. Okay, we have this algorithm, okay, which are already in module kan, in module form kan. Okay, by the way, so some of you submitted last week lab exercise. Okay, when you were asked to develop a module algorithm or module flowchart, so the thing that you submitted is only module. Okay, only module algorithm or flowchart. So you doesn't have to develop a non-module and submit along with the module. So it will be wasting up your time lah. Okay, because for exercise then okay kan during the real assessment for example final exam, so you have very limited time. So make sure you doesn't do anything that is not necessary lah. Okay, don't have to submit the non-module if you are asked to develop the module. So we have how many module over here? How many altogether? Five, including the control kan. So this is a very simple process. No decision, no looping kan. No decision and no looping. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you are asked to develop the IC, so we have control ringgit converter on top, and then we have 4 read, calculate total money, calculate total tax, and process print. Okay, like this. Okay, we have 1, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is for IC kan. So, and then IC we have arrow lah. Ada arrow sini, arrow. That one complete for the IC. Then the question asks you to develop the coupling diagram. So as you can see over here, coupling diagram is based on algorithm. Okay, if you want to develop this based on flowchart, you cannot kan, because flowchart doesn't show any parameter. Okay, it doesn't show any value transfer between data transfer between one module to another. The one that shows this is on algorithm. So you need to have algorithm before you can develop a coupling diagram. Right? So very easy. Very easy. First, focus on one module. Okay, let's say we develop read module first. Okay. Over here, as you can see, is inside of module read, we use parameter that have asterisk. Meaning is what? Why we use asterisk? Over here?
Dia generate.
Correct. Okay, so if this module generate these 3 value, so all these 3 parameters should have asterisk in front of it. Meaning that we are not sending, okay, we are not sending a value. Parameter meaning sending kan, meaning if you read over here, process read, okay, we are calling module read and we are sending money value, rate value and tax value. If we don't have the asterisk and if let's say there's no asterisk, meaning that we are sending the real value. Okay, meaning value of money, rate and tax. For example 10 ke, ni apa rate 1.5, tax apa 50% for example kan. So we are sending that value. So currently control ringgit converter doesn't have this value kan. So why we need to send it in? This value is not existed yet in this process. So we want module read to generate these 3 values. So we are sending the location or the address of money, rate, and tax to module read. So that when module read generate all these three values, automatically it will be stored inside of the address given earlier. It is using the same address. So what happened over here? Why is it using the same different variable? Over here money, this one my. Is it allowable? Can we do that, class? This one money, this one my. Can we do that?
Can.
Why we can do that? If cannot, why we cannot do that? What's the reason? Anybody?
Can.
I feel like can't.
Cohesion.
Cohesion and coupling, betul tu kan? Cohesion, okay. So the answer is can kan? This one I already explained last week in detail, so you may refer to last week recording. Okay, so the answer is can because this is totally different module kan, which is cohesion. So cohesion is independent. This is one country, independent country. Module we can this is independent kan, country kan. Each country is independent with each other kan. So this is another country kan. So it is independent, doesn't matter. You want to use the same name also can. Okay, money, you want to use M-O-N-E-Y over here, this one M-O-N-E-Y also can. Or you may also use different name, doesn't matter kan. The things that is important is the value that we transfer. That is the most important thing, not the name itself, but the value. In this case, the value that we transfer is the address kan. The address. Okay, so it doesn't matter. You can use a different name, and you can also use same name. For example, this same name. Okay, it's okay. Yeah. This is same name. Okay, can. You want to use different name, also okay, can. Right. So that's the second thing. First, why we use star. Okay, if we need to generate this, then we use star. Right, and then different name for parameter can, because it is cohesion kan. Okay, cohesion is independent so it is independent with each other, so doesn't have to use the same name. Okay, next, exit. So once you get this value, okay, once you do this process, meaning that it is updated already, the value already updated. Okay, from 0, okay, null value, now we have value based on what user entered over here kan. Contoh user enter 10 ringgit, rate 1, tax 10% for example. So it will be automatically updated inside of control.
Sir.
Yeah.
Ada
Yeah.
orang nak masuk lagi. Ada yang nak masuk lagi.
Okay dah.
Thank you, sir.
Mana tadi? Lupa dah. Okay. Alright. Okay, so automatically updated since this is the address that we are referring to. Okay, not the value. Okay, star is the address. So automatically it will update anything that referring to the same address. Anything, not only this module. If you have other module that is also using the same address, so the value is automatically updated for all of the module that is using the same address. Okay, now over here, after exiting from read back to here, now we have the value of money, rate and tax already inside of control. So can control move pass this value to other module after this? Of course can. So since we have already got the value from read, now control we call calculate total money and passing money and rate. Okay, passing money and rate, real value to get total money. Meaning that calculate total money will generate total money based on money and rate value. That's why money and rate value doesn't have asterisk. Because the value already there, and we want to pass it to calculate total money. And we are passing the address of total money because we want calculate total money to generate the value of total money. Don't get confused, okay? So this one, at this point, we doesn't have this value yet. So we want this module to generate it. That's why we have asterisk. Same thing lah. Okay, sorry. So over here, okay, again, money passing the value to my. No asterisk, we are passing real value, not address. The value already been transferred to control from read earlier. Okay, at this point. Okay, so passing the value of money and rate. Okay, money and rate will be received by calculate total money, and it will be used to generate. The key word here is generate. Generate total money, and generate total money. So the value of total money then will be automatically updated inside of control because it is sharing the same address. Okay, same address. We are sending the address over here. So at this point now, total money already have its value. So next, we call module calculate total tax, and we are sending tax. Okay, tax. Why we doesn't put star over here? Why don't we put star again?
Because the module didn't generate the variable. Yes.
Okay, baru nak tanya. Okay, yeah, correct. So this module is not generated this value. So the value already generated by process module read. So this one just transfer the value. Okay, it just transfer the value from the control to calculate total tax. But calculate total tax need to generate total tax variable. That's why we put asterisk, meaning that we are sending the address of total tax to module calculate total tax. So same process. Okay, getting the total tax pula ni. Getting the total tax value. Okay, generating the total tax value. Okay, and finally print total money and total tax. Okay, total money, total tax. Okay, using the same name. Okay, using the same name. Boleh Okay, so from here, we want to develop the coupling diagram. So first we focus on module read. Okay, as you can see over here, let's put this side by side. Okay, easy things to do if you already completed the correct algorithms, then it's going to be easy. Otherwise, difficult. So what you need to do is you put control over here, and then you list down all the parameter related to these two modules. Okay, control and read. Okay, control and read. So inside control, we use money, rate, and tax. Okay, so what you need to do is you put, boleh nampak? Can you see this?
Kecil.
Okay, so okay, over here we have so this is a snapshot of the algorithm. Okay, this is the read module. This is the a little bit of the algorithm involving process read. And so inside of process read, we use money, rate, and text. So you put it over here, money, rate, and text. And then below that, inside of module read, we use different name for money, right? We use MY. So put MY. This one, if you use a different name, also put different name. If you use same name, put same name, same name. And then this one follow. Okay. Okay, that's the first thing. Next is arrow. For asterisk. Asterisk meaning that it is a parameter by reference. Okay, this is the official name. Parameter by reference. So for parameter by reference, you must use this type of arrow. There's a two head arrow, okay? Meaning that it is by reference, okay? It is sharing the same address. This is what it means. It is sharing the same address. So it have two head arrow. Can you understand this, class? First step. Okay, second step. Go to second module, which is calculate total money, and do the same thing. Okay, calculate total money. So list down all the variable used for parameter in the module, in the control. Okay, money, rate, total money, and then in the actual calculate total money. Okay, we use my rate total money. So my rate total money. So there's no asterisk, meaning that this is passing parameter by value. Only two types of parameter. First, parameter by reference, which have asterisk, and next is parameter passing parameter by value, which is no asterisk. We are passing the real value, kan? So no asterisk meaning that, okay, no asterisk meaning that the arrow is from up to down. Meaning that we are passing the value from control to calculate total money. This is how you do it. So total money have asterisk. So you need to use double head arrow. Boleh? See the difference, this is only the simple task, okay? Okay, next, moving to the third module. Okay, calculate total tax. Okay, same thing. Okay, by parameter by value, by reference. Okay, by value, by reference. So by value, one arrow. By reference, two head arrow. And finally, the last module, which is module print. As you can see over here, we are passing two again. So passing parameter by value. So we have only two from up to down arrow. So combine all together, you will get your coupling diagram. So this is the complete coupling diagram. Simple, kan? Any question?
Yes, sir. Not really.
Yeah. Right. So once you completed the coupling diagram, you need to have a data dictionary. Okay. So data dictionary is used to keep track of the variable used for the parameter. So this is important as well, so that everyone that's read your design will know, and so what is the money for, and what is variable rate for. And let's say if you are using quite confusing name kan. For example, MY. So what is my kan? What is my stands for? So you need to list all these things inside of one table that we call as data dictionary, which is this table. So again, to develop this table, go one by one. Go one by one, starting with okay. Okay, for example, this one hopefully you can see this. So first data item is money. Okay, first data item is money. Okay, what is the variable name? So first variable name that involving money is MONEY. MONEY over here. Okay, MONEY used inside of what module? So what module is using MONEY? What module other than control? Control use MONEY. Is there any other module that is using MONEY?
Calculate.
Calculate. Where? This is belong to calculate. This is belong to calculate. Calculate doesn't use N. It use MY. This is belong to control. Don't get confused. Don't get confused. So control use money. Money. And read use MY. Calculate total money use MY, not MONEY. Can you understand this? Lisa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Boleh.
Inside of
Based on anak panah tu lah.
based on this arrow and the location of the variable. This is earlier we do this because this is inside of bracket of control kan. This is all with inside of the control bracket. This is inside of control read bracket. This is inside of calculate total money bracket kan. Bracket inside of the algorithm kan. So over here, money, the variable name is money, data type is real, okay, ada berpulang kan, money kan, point what kan. So it is used in what module? So currently it is used inside of control only. We check already inside of our coupling diagram, only control use MONEY. Alright, okay. So moving on. Okay, moving on to the second money variable name. So MY. MY is also name variable name that is related to money. So we have second money, but now the variable name is MY. Okay, the same types of variable, but this time it is used by read and also calculate total money. Why there is a two over here? So get back to your coupling diagram, okay? Read and calculate total money. So refer back over here. So search for MY. First MY is used by read. Okay. Second MY is used by calculate total money. Is there any other MY?
No, sir.
No, then that's all. Okay, so we have read and calculate total money. Okay, so same goes to the rest of the data item. So you need to list down everything. Okay, meaning that if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so make sure there's only 6 over here that is different from each other. The name over here. If you have more, then you have to list everything. Okay, any question regarding the data dictionary?
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
kalau kita guna variable name untuk money tu kita guna satu je. Jadi data item dia akan jadi satu kan sir?
Yes, correct. So let's say if you use only one, there's money over here. And this is also money. Boleh ke tak boleh? Boleh lah kan. Of course you can. But make sure your data dictionary also follows the same lah. So what you need to change over here? If you use money over here and money over here, so what should you change? There's no mind kan? So there's no mind. No mind meaning that we are not going to use this column anymore kan? So no. But what happened to here? Do we need to change? Do we need to add something over here?
Add read and calculate total money module.
Right. So this, don't forget that we still have variable money within read and calculate money kan. So you need to put it over here lah. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, this the case of if you are using the same variable name in all your module, then you are going to have smaller data dictionary table lah. Okay, it's okay, up to you. Okay, any more question? Any other question?
No, sir.
Tak ada eh? Alright. So finish already. Okay. However, let's have a quick, just a brief look at the rest of the notes. Actually, I want you to read the notes by yourself in order for you to prepare for your third quiz. We have third and final quiz, which is I plan to do it within this week, but not sure yet whether what day, and maybe if not this week, next week, but most probably this week. Okay, so topics covered is on the looping and also this chapter. Okay, starting from looping, and this chapter also will be covered in the quiz. So in order for you to be able to answer the quiz, you need to read, because the quiz is going to use formal name for all the things that we already learned informally before this end. For example, okay, let's look at the notes. Okay, we have quotient and coupling. Hopefully everyone understand already what is quotient and coupling stands for, kan? So this is showing different modules how we define coupling. Coupling is relation between different module. The green dot over here, green line. So quotient is the relation within all things inside a single module. Quotient within a single module. And then there's a concept of local and global variable. Actually, this is for coupling. In order for you to be able to do coupling, there are three things that you can do. The one that we already covered is parameter, kan? So in order for coupling to be able to successfully been done, okay, we need to pass the data. So how to pass the data? It can be either you use parameter, okay, already covered, or you can use global, not local. Local is for cohesion. Global variable and also return value. This is not being covered yet. Okay, so final only cover anti-parameter. That's why I'm not. And also in real life, so you are not what we said. It is not good to use global variable. Okay, in real life programming environment. So it is not good to use global variables, because if you use global variables, it doesn't reflect the concept of modules itself. Modules need to be independent. So if you use global, meaning that you are sharing your variable name. One variable cover all other modules. Penting dapat nanti kan. Don't get confused. Okay, we are going to see this later on. Some example. And then another thing is return value. Return value also not being covered in details in this subject. So this is going to be next semester in subject programming techniques. You are going to see a lot of this return value. Okay, but the objective is the same. Okay, to transfer data between one module to another. Okay, three: parameter, global variable, and return value. Okay, so local variable, as I said, that it is limited to a specific module. So, for example, module A using money, so it is only for module A. So you cannot share the same. You cannot share this with the rest of the module. Although you are using the same name, it is not the same. Macam tadi lah, money tadi. Okay, we see that in money money inside of the coupling diagram although we are using the same name, money, in control and in read module, however, it is actually two different variable. Okay, it is a local to control and local to read. Apa ni? Local variable. Let's go back to our coupling diagram Local, what is local Okay, this one So what is local variable? Local this is local to control. This is local to control. This is local to control. This is local to what? Local to what? Is it local to control?
No.
No, this is local to
Read.
read. That's all so it is local to read. This is local to read, although the name is similar. So it is not the same variable That's why we need to have data dictionary to define this is belong to what module That's it. That's the meaning of local. Okay. And then global variable. This is what I mean. You please avoid using this, although it is sometimes correct, but sometimes it is wrong So to be safe, avoid using global variable. So global variable is, for example so we have X, which is local to control. X is variable. Let's say variable X, Y, Z. So local to, if we define it like this, meaning that it is local to control only. And we have another X over here. Is it the same as X over here? X here and X here. Is it the same? Variable name. Is it the same? X here and X here.
Same.
Is it the same? same name but different variable. Okay. Local lah, local. This is same like money tadi. Money and money. It is the same name but it is a different variable. It is local to this specific module. Okay. Understand that? So let's say if we declare a variable A, B, C as global, meaning it is not within a specific module. It is outside of all the module. If we declare it outside of the rest of the all other module, then we are declaring this variable A, B, C as a global. So what will it do? What will it affect the system when? So when control want to use a value from A, it can use A. For example, A is 10. You can use this. So this A and this A, is it the same? Is it the same variable?
Same.
Same name, yes. Is it the same variable? Yes, it is the same variable. Because it is a global variable. X and X, is it the same variable? No, because it is a local variable. A, is it same variable? Yes, it is the same variable because it is a global variable. Macam ni pula kan, recording pula. Okay, so you see the difference, eh? So if you want to use a value of A, so you cannot. Okay, you cannot use a different name. For example, you want to use B. You want to transfer A, you want to use B which is actually a value of A. No, kan? So you have to refer the value, it must use the same variable name because it is global. Same, right? In terms of easiness, yes, it is easy to implement global instead of local. If you implement global variable, you doesn't have to pass. You doesn't have to pass parameter. You doesn't have to use parameter at all. Just declare one global on the top of your program and then you can just use it. But it is not a good practice. Meaning that if you have a bigger program, okay, let's say if something happened, then it is hard for you to trace which part of your program that have an error on it. Okay, since you declare all variable as a global, so don't use it. Okay, but you need to know that it is exists. Okay, but don't use global variable at all. Dekat ni kan, jangan guna kan. So parameter we already covered this, but in terms of the name, so the terminology and the official name is we have formal versus actual parameter, calling module, call by value, call by reference. This one I need you to read by yourself. It is easy for you since you already understand this, so it's not going to be a big problem. Just read for formality, okay, for you to be able to answer quiz 3 later on. So read this by yourself. Okay, call by value, call by reference. Also, I already explained. Okay, return value, right? Return value, as I said, we are not going to cover this in this subject, but just in general so that you know, it is used to passing a value between one module to another. So it is the same like parameter, but in terms of technique, how to pass the value, we use return value. So return value. So just know this lah. It is used to transfer one value from one module to another. One value only. One value. You can only return one value. If parameter, you can pass more than one. That's the limitation of return value. You can only return one value, meaning that you can only pass one value from one module to another if you are using return value. If you are using parameter, as we see earlier, we can pass more than one value, kan? You just list all the parameter within the bracket and then you just pass the value within the parameter. You can pass more than one value. If return value, you can only pass one value. That's the difference. Okay? Alright. This one, read by yourself, read by yourself, read by yourself. Okay, already covered. And then coupling diagram, we already finished this. Okay, I think that's all from me. Do you have any question? Anything?
Sir.
Yeah.
I didn't catch. I didn't see the PAC. I didn't. Can I see the PAC again? The one for a lecture exercise.
Apa? PAC?
Yeah, for the
IPO?
yeah, the IPO I think.
Mana? Ni tadi. Is it? This one?
Yes.
I asked you to develop apa tadi? Algorithm
Dua modul algorithm.
Module algorithm for this module algorithm for this IPO kan? Okay. This one for your attendance.
Right, thank you sir.
Huh?
Thank you sir.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, if no, then okay, see you guys tomorrow morning for lab. Okay. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.